Welcome to the Without Parole Survival Guide for Song in the Smoke. Today we'll be covering some of the basic things and some tips and tricks that you need to know in order to conquer the wilderness. Let's begin. During your awakening, the game will provide you with a couple of campfires, which are essential for survival and saving your progress. And to do so, you need to collect 9 medium-sized rocks, which you can usually find near rivers and caves. Once you've collected them, try to find a spot that is sheltered and has a lot of resources nearby, but don't choose anywhere that's too hard to reach. You don't want to complicate trying to get back to safety. Once you've found a spot, open your inventory and you'll see the icon with a campfire glowing yellow. Select it and then place it down. If you see the water droplets icon over it, it means that your spot is exposed if it starts raining, which is only sometimes a problem. Now begin taking the rocks from your inventory and placing them in the appropriate spots. Building a fire is similar to creating one in real life, starting small and building it up bigger. The bigger the fire, the longer it will last you overnight. Start with bark fibers you get from carving sticks, and then small sticks first. You'll see a bar around the campfire to indicate how much fuel it has. As you add on a couple, medium sticks will then become highlighted in your inventory to let you know they are ready to be added, followed by the XL sticks. You can also take XL sticks and break them to create a small and medium stick, since you have to use those first. Once the fire is depleted, get in the habit of shaving the burnt sticks to get back some of the fibers, which can be used to make more fires or bindings for weapons and torches. Once you have your campfire constructed and close by, you can now see there are 3 add-ons which are also going to be essential for crafting and upgrading your equipment. Let's start with the tanning rack. Gather the resources needed, and then when close to the fire pit, select the tanning rack and place it anywhere that is highlighted green. After placing the rack, now take the sticks and insert them into the outlined areas until construction is completed. Once you have the tanning rack built, you can now harvest pelts from animals and use them to build clothes for armor, stealth, and warmth, upgrade your cloak's inventory, quiver, make leather bindings which are stronger than bark fibers, and a storage sack. Usually the more dangerous the enemy, the better the upgrades to your armor, inventory, and quiver. Using the storage sack you created from the tanning rack, you can now create a storage rack. Any items you store here can be retrieved from any campfire once you rebuild the storage again, and it is vital for holding on to extra items you may need again in the near future or just don't want to get rid of. Finally, there's the drying rack, which does exactly what it sounds like. You can use it for quite a few different items, such as drying out guts to turn them into strings for your bows, or mushrooms to make them more effective. Just repeat the same steps of gathering the required resources, getting close to the campfire, opening your inventory, selecting the rack, placing it, and then inserting the items needed. Next we have the mortar and pestle. The game explains that you can grind herbs and drink them to regain health and resist cold, but there's also herbs for gaining energy if you're not in a position to sleep, antidotes if you're poisoned, and one of the most important is how to heal wounds. If you're attacked, there's a chance you can start bleeding out, and the only way to stop it is that you can mash up a health herb and pour it onto your hand rather than drinking it, where you'll see a visible wound that will disappear after. In addition, once you've found a gourd, you can also place it on the drying rack, dry the gourd out, and use it to store up to 3 tonics in the inventory slots to have them ready to use at any time. Now let's move on to some extra tips and tricks you might find useful. All throughout the game are hidden amulets that you can collect to increase your maximum health. In order to find them, you have to search at night and look for the green spirits that appear. Once you spot them from close enough, they'll reveal the location of an amulet and charge it up. When it's glowing green, you can now collect it. If you find yourself struggling to hunt with the bow, you can equip a club and chase down the prey by using the jump while running. This will give you a little extra boost to help you get close enough to catch the animal and use the club to take it down. Clubs and bows can be upgraded by obtaining a tooth from animals and placing it onto them. Finally, you can also light a torch and bang the head of it to light it on fire. This is also useful for providing light and scaring off predators. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this guide useful, and for everything PSVR related, stay tuned to PSVR Without Parole.